So everyone who joined Manipal for the first 2-3 months, really, no, I was about to go to IIT.
Apart from that, we are infamous for a few things as well.
Chill vibe.
My third day at Razor Pay, senior leadership asked me like, which college you are from. So I told कि Manipal से. He told me like party तो बहुत करते हो. Manipal gives you almost everything. The kind of teachers we had, the level of studies was there. It was great. All the other extracurricular activities which grew you as a human. Manipal gave me all that opportunity.
Yeah.
When we were walking, like all along the streets of the college, you could just see the anxiety on these faces, on these kids' faces.
Yeah.
And I think what colleges should potentially have is maybe a session on how to be confident. Public speaking, just social interactions.
Like I remember in the 7th semester, I was not placed, and one of the professors came and told me that तुम्हारा थोड़ी होने वाला है. Because we were again late, manual नहीं लिखी है.
What they taught us was discipline, which is very important today if you want to run and build a company.
Agreed.
The whole point is that I think alumni really need to give back.
It's not a problem, but if we have to put in effort, we have to put in effort on both sides. Like the alumni should be very proud and strongly identify with the college, and they
Probably
should
update their LinkedIns to talk more about Manipal because I went through a lot of these profiles and they don't really call out Manipal as such.
They went to Manipal, right? And then they went to Berkeley or Columbia, they'll remove Manipal.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. So we're here today discussing money pals. Funny story there. One day, Krishna and I, we were discussing about how we went out of college and the struggles we had, and how the same thing relates to people that are still in college, right? So here we are talking and trying to build this new thing, which is called the Money Pals podcast. Here we'll mostly be focusing on things around, what do you feel when you're in college, when you actually go out of college, how is life like? We've now become founders. We've transitioned to, we were at a corporate stage, then we did things, then we understood things. 5-6 years down the line, we're trying to do something of our own. So I think just trying to bridge the gap between what a student in college feels and, what the world actually outside is like. I'll introduce myself. I'm Harsh. I passed out of Manipal back in 2019 and did a few consulting roles. Then I did a few product management roles. Now I'm building AHA Therapy, which is a mental wellness platform. Helps psychologists do their therapy better, helps clients take therapy better. And I would like to introduce you guys to the panel. We have Krishna here. Krishna, if you would want to.
Sure. So my name is Krishna and I'm a founder at Duty&.ai. And funnily enough, Harsh, me and Rohit were in the same section in electrical and electronics back in 2019. We all studied or partied together. So that's basically how this bond started, how this friendship started. And essentially at Duty&, what we do is we are a AI-first solutions provider in data protection, governance, and regulatory technology. So that remains our forte. A consulting player who operates primarily out of India, but caters to customers in India, Middle East, and Europe. So that's basically a small overview of Duty&. And this is sort of my second stint as an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur in my previous organization as well, which was also a consulting firm. But at the same time, with AI coming in and AI becoming such a relevant topic for us today, we decided that now is the time to move on and probably rethink consulting from the ground up. So that is essentially why we started Duty&, and essentially also Rohit and I made a pact in college that whenever we start a business, we'll do it together. So 10 years later, we are still friends, and of course we are founders at Duty&. And I'll just pass it to Rohit for a quick introduction about what we are here for.
Thanks, Krishna, and thanks, Harsh. So as Krishna told, I am also a founder at Duty&, and majorly look at the product and the strategy piece of it. Before this, I worked with Razorpay for 4.5 years. Then Sonil did some corporate digs and broadly in the product and the AI space. And then Krishna came up with this fantastic opportunity. And I didn't even think twice, I'll be honest with you, because I had that trust. We have been friends for more than 10 years now. And I'll correct Krishna. He's not a second time, he's a third time entrepreneur, to be honest. We both did a startup back in 2021.
Yeah, the most successful one.
So that was towards the mentorship and edtech focused. But we figured out that we didn't want to do that, and we want to build something more significant. So we
Yeah.
switched that down. So that has been journey, and I think I'll pass it on to you.
Yeah. So we, Krishna, I, and Rohit know each other from class. We were all in electrical.
Triple
The
B.
worst, yeah, triple EB, right? And I think we are the worst electrical engineers out there. That's how we know each other. And then meet Shubham. Shubham, I've known Shubham since class 6. I think he's my first friend who I still talk to. Right. So and Shubham and I are building our therapy together, passing on the baton to him.
I'm also from Manipal, but Jaipur.
Okay.
So that distinction is very important.
Exactly, it's really important, yes. And yeah, like after college, same batch, 2019. I've known Harsh since 6th grade. What
2000
would 6th
2007.
grade be? 2007?
8. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around that.
Mm.
And after college, I worked for Dell, then did a bunch of software consulting, then did 3 years at Amazon in Germany, and then I got bored of it. And then the timing was right, the industry was changing. There was like this big demand for these new software because of AI and LLMs. And the co-founder, the third co-founder we were just on a train ride. I mean, he's also like a family friend.
Okay.
So we were on a train ride. He's a psychologist. He said, hey, I'm struggling with my workflow these days, but I know that ChatGPT and LLMs can really help me solve it. I was like, yeah, I can do it. And I wanted to do some vibe coding.
Okay.
So I built something for him like over a weekend. He really loved it. And he said, can you add more feature? And like in a week or two, we had like a proper product. And Harsh was just quitting his job at Cast24 around that time. And I asked him like, hey, would you like to be the face, the guy who sells the company?
Ash is good at selling.
Huh?
He's the best.
Ash is fantastic at selling. I know that from college.
He's
Yeah, so I think thank you so much, guys, for the introduction. I think I'd like to start from, we're talking about Manipals, and we're all founders. We're all from Manipal, Jaipur as well, right?
asterisk.
So, what do you think about, how the entire world, or maybe the corporate world that we've been in? What is the image of Manipal in general, according to you guys?
I think I've had varying opinions on what Manipal is from a lot of different people. So when I started straight out of college, I was hired at KPMG for a data science role, but I talked my way into a cyber role. And I am still grateful to the manager who offered me that opportunity because of that particular role, I am what I am today. But at the same time, when I spoke to people at KPMG that what do you think about Manipal, they basically had this notion that this guy would potentially, or this person would potentially work with us for 2 years and then go for a master's abroad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was the case. A lot of people who went to KPMG or one of the big fours or any service industry, they typically worked for 2 years, went for a master's abroad, stayed abroad, and then stayed there for the longest time. So that has been a very common journey.
Yeah.
I think apart from that, we are infamous for a few things as well. Right. And rightly
The chill
so.
vibe.
The chill vibe. I mean, naturally, every college has that chill vibe, but I think we are notoriously infamous for that. But we all know what happens where it happens. So
Like on the very third day of my third day at Razor Pay, senior leadership asked me like which college you are from. So I told ki Manipal. So he told me like party to bahut karte ho. So that is something I think just the Manipal names bring as a picture.
Yeah.
But then I told him, nahi sir, aur bhi bahut kaam karte. So,
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like we have designers from DTU, like in our company, and they ask like, "How was Manipal?" All I've heard is like it's the best for parties. Like yes, it is the best for parties. We have like, I mean, I don't know what I've heard like the famous DT and the
temple. DT is a temple.
I think if you talk about DT enough, we'll probably shed a tear about it. We do miss DT a lot, so that's there.
Yeah, and I think same. Wherever I went to Misho, I went to Cast24. There were people in leadership. Like people are doing great. People have come out of Manipal are doing great, building companies, doing whatnot. I know a few VCs who are from Manipal, but then there's this just. I think there's a sense of community which is there in other colleges that is sort of lacking, and I think it is a try at exactly that. Can we somehow network these people, build great connections, put that message out there that it's fine, we're good, especially to the students who are still studying there. What if you were to tell something? Just remember when you were a student, if you were to tell like one thing that a student should right now be doing, or if they are feeling something, uh, it's it's just fine, or how is it like if you want to talk?
I think probably I'll tell people that things do get better over time, right? I think a lot of people put in a lot of effort to learn new things, new domains, new verticals, but then it takes time. You can't be an expert overnight. So it does take time, and some patience is what I would probably pass on as advice to the individuals who are in college today, that be patient, you'll get there. You might not buy your Mercedes probably when you're 28, but you'll definitely buy a couple more when you're 35. So that is the compounding effect that typically happens when you put in that effort.
Exactly. On that, like, what were your insecurities when you were at Manipal?
I mean, Jaipur has a different story altogether, right?
Go ahead.
Like the story of Jaipur is that it's a party that's known for it's a place where people go to chill, hang out for like 4 years. The placements will not be so good; it'll be all right, and everyone wants to be at one of these IITs, DTUs, one of these things. However, if I have to give an advice, like any of my juniors from the college, I'll say like party more as much as you can, because these 4 years they will never come back. And just the kind of people that you're surrounded with in that time, like what I've heard, like IITs and these places, they have like a really cutthroat, toxic competition. But I haven't seen any such instance. I mean, I'm sure there are, but in Manipal, Jaipur at least, like it was really chilled out. Like it was more collaborative in that way. And I think most of it is due to the party culture.
Yeah. I think I remember, I think even I did that, and I remember a lot of us doing that. So everyone who joined Manipal in the first sem, for the first 2-3 months, really, no, I was about to go to IIT. मैं तो यार मेरा
People keep on discussing their JEE ranks.
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
I want to
insecure.
do.
हाँ मैंने actually IIT advance दिया था, and मेरा वो तो मेरे branch अच्छी नहीं मिल रही थी, इसलिए मैं electrical लेके Manipal आ गया. It's
Bro,
fine,
but the
guys.
best thing, what I think I could say to my juniors is that like Manipal gives you almost everything. See, if
Yes.
I think the kind of teachers we had, the kind of the level of studies was there, it was great. But apart from that, all the other extracurricular activities which grew you as a human,
Yeah.
I think Manipal gave me all that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because I joined 7 different clubs when I went
Went to
into
college.
college first, in the first year itself. Although later on I just stick to 4. I was playing sports, hockey.
Yeah.
Then I was a part of a technical club. Krishna was also part of technical club, Solar Mobile, right? I was part of robotics and circuits. Then we were doing sponsorship deals. So that is what you actually need when you go out in the industry, into the corporate world, because the electrical and electronic engineering, your curriculum won't help you there.
Yeah.
Your extracurricular development that the college did to you as
Will
a
all-
human will help you build relations that last longer and actually work in the corporate.
How many line followers did you make?
How many?
Line followers, you know the robot that follows the black line.
Okay, I have a video. I'll show you after the podcast.
No,
That was
I
like
think
the
That's
the
a
best
boy
part
thing.
about a club was that we used to get perm time, right?
yeah.
We could stay beyond the usual hours
Yeah.
that people typically stayed out of college. And then, of course, naturally, we didn't just always build cars and robots. There were a lot of other things to do as well. Right? Your railway bridge and all those pieces, that typical Manipal nostalgia that comes into your mind apart from
My
DT.
friends used to go back to college, go back to hostel at 9:20, and we were going to our workshops at 9:20.
So that used to be a really good flex.
We were going to DT at 9:20.
Yeah.
Hey, don't misuse your perm times. Yeah. That's not what we want to, probably push.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, what do you guys think of? What do you guys think of? This evolving state of how colleges are today. Do you think how the way that we went to college? So, I'll just try to highlight it. So, 2015 to 2019 is when we went, right? Us time pe, I think the internships, nothing mattered. I'll just call my dad, Papa, can you get me an internship? And third semester, I'll just get some internship. I'll do it. It finishes. Today, first year students there was a design. I put out a design post on LinkedIn that I want to hire someone. There's a 12th class kid who sent me a CV that I want to intern at your place. So, what do you think of this evolving landscape of how colleges should sort of, take these courses, or how will the curriculum evolve?
I don't think colleges can honestly lead that. It's the student and the culture that leads it.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, in some of the colleges, students get to where they are because of the colleges, and in some of the colleges, students get to where they are despite the college.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the onus is always on the individual, right? The community, of course, it helps, but it's your curiosity, your intention, your ambition in life that will lead you anywhere.
True.
I think it's also a huge role alumni have to play in that piece.
Yeah, for
as well,
sure.
right?
That's
They
an
have to give
inspiration.
back to the college, which
Yeah.
is essentially what
Yeah.
we are also trying to do.
Yeah.
We know how Manipal helped us, and we just want to give back a little, maybe to
Yeah.
people who would be looking at this podcast, maybe students who are
Yeah.
probably skeptical about the job market, which we were as well.
Yeah.
Rohit and I think at that time we knew so little that KPMG was our dream company,
Yeah.
right? And fast forward to
Shit,
today,
dude. I still remember day one Deloitte came
yeah,
and interview tak ho gaya, and I'm like, yes, mera to ho hi raha hai, and it didn't go through, and I was like, that shit, Deloitte nahi hua, ab to it's the end.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Because what Triple E, Deloitte, and KPMG were the best shot.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially for people in Triple E with less than 8 GPA.
Less than 8 GPA and who didn't want to go into core.
Yeah, yeah.
Because all the other, I wanted to go into analytics and data science, and to be honest, Triple E was not even eligible for any of the roles.
Yeah, it was
So
not.
that's why we had to go off campus.
But
Yeah.
what job opportunities did Triple E have for like core Triple E job opportunities? Did they have any?
No, I think Schneider came and a few of these
Okay.
companies
Schneider,
came. Tata
Bosch,
Motors,
ExxonMobil.
Bosch, ExxonMobil. I mean, those were the
Uh,
core companies that typically came for hiring. But
Yeah.
I think we were not eligible for any of them.
Prasanna, where was Prasanna working?
Bosch.
Yeah.
Bosch came. So
Oh,
all
yeah.
of those automation companies.
Again, 8+. So
Yeah. So Prasanna is our friend. You'll see her later. But Prasanna was one of the first few people to get placed.
I think Prasanna, I talked to her once and she was still like writing code for like microcontrollers and processors.
Yeah.
Still
exactly.
enjoys that.
Kind
Exactly.
computer science, IT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what out of we were like 100, 120 folks in electrical back at that time. I think 7 or 8 people took core jobs, right? And we sort of knew
Yeah.
कि ये बंदा ना core ही जाएगा. Like people have that vibe about them. Like,
Yeah.
इसको और कुछ समझ नहीं आता. शायद एक और ही जाए.
Yeah. So I think not getting those Deloittes of the world, the Fractals of the world. My dream company was Fractal at that time, right? I remember writing that. But then I had to hustle so much to get into CS. I think it was a great decision. I think decision kya? I think it just happened to me because I think till like second year, I used to think that I'll be a IS officer because घर वाले ऐसा चाहते हैं. Third year में I did not know what to do. I think exactly that must be happening with all other folks. Fourth year में I thought, okay, so Shubham has been like a geek since like school, right? He'll design all those notorious things in school as well. So he told me that, dude, there's this applied AI course. If you do this, you are the boss. I was like, okay, Shubham is doing it.
IBM
I should-
applied data science.
No, it was like this applied AI from this guy. I forget his
Andrew
name.
NG.
No,
No,
not
no,
Andrew
no.
Yang. There was this guy, like I forget his name, a guy from Hyderabad. He used to be a data science, machine learning head for Amazon for a really long time. He quit his job and he's a great teacher.
He's
Yeah,
good.
great
He's good.
teacher.
So I was like, okay, if Shubham is doing this, then I think Shubham कह रहा है AI is the new thing and ML is the new thing. Let's learn. I started learning. I paid सबसे पहले तो fees pay करी 30,000 रुपए की. हाँ ये कर दूंगा तब तो then I'm doing this. I start 1 month down the line. I'm like ये नहीं हो रहा है. फिर what in 8th semester I did not get I was not placed. I think most of the folks were placed. So in 8th semester I thought, okay, I'll learn deep learning. Like, oh, that's another fancy thing. I wrote some random paper. I wrote kya? I
Yeah.
just copied something. Yeah.
that
but
was
that's-
before ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, that was
That
before
was-
ChatGPT.
That was 2018,
Yeah,
2017.
you had nothing
Yeah,
at all.
something around student-teacher relationship in a neural network was the
Yes.
name of the paper.
Yes, I remember that.
I still don't remember how it just happened, right? So yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Ki how इतनी इनसिक्योरिटीज होती है सेकेंड ईयर में, थर्ड ईयर में, फोर्थ ईयर में, एंड देन यू गेट टू where you are. So from that, I would like to ask you, how has the journey been like for you?
I mean, you know what the problem with the universities is? They have like a fixed mold, right? And there comes Harsh, this young guy. He can be fit into any mold, and they try to like break you down and hammer in such a way that you try and fit this mold.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
They try to make you do things that they think is right for you, and those are the things I can teach you.
Yeah.
I mean, your strength lies elsewhere. Like, you're a great salesman, you're a great people's guy, but there is no fucking course for that. You can't get graded on that. But you would be the best. Like, and they make you compete on like, I don't like writing fucking microprocessor code. Like, first of all, you don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
It's not your interest. You'll just waste like this one huge potential that you have. So I think, again, that's like my comms with with the education system altogether. And I think that's why it's really important to college kids to reach out to their alumni. Like, hey, what you're doing is not the only thing. Like, there's like, the world is vast. Just be curious, follow your passions, fail a lot. It's absolutely fine. Just go and like talk to people, see what's out there. What you're taught in college in the textbook, that's not the end of the whole thing. Like, there's like,
No, it's very important. I think Solar Mobile is a project that I was a part of back in college. We used to build solar cars. Funnily enough, I saw on LinkedIn a couple of people from Solar Mobile today who are basically just trying to build another car. But the whole point is that they were in information security, and they wrote something about, you know, something that they did, a website that they built. And naturally, as an alumni who's in the same industry, my first idea was to reach out to them and just say that you're doing fantastic, just keep doing that.
nice.
And now potentially, I think they'll probably intern with us very, very soon. Right? A couple of people who are just doing something open source cybersecurity, you know, they're building some workflows, doing some things. The whole point is that I think alumni really, really need to give back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. And I think that's the missing edge, because funnily enough, I was also telling Rohit that I was speaking to the CEO of a fintech, which is a unicorn today, and they graduated out of Manipal, MIT and TAPME. And I asked him that, why don't you think Manipal has a community that works? And he responded with, there is no sense of identity or belongingness in Manipal.
Yes.
Right. And I sort of felt that that is not true for everyone.
Yeah.
Right. Some of us do. Some of us really feel very close to Manipal. If someone, you know, probably says the word Manipal, I go crazy, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very, very keen to listen to that conversation about, I mean, what are you talking about when it comes to Manipal? So I think there are a few people like us who really want to potentially give back to the college, which is also a core discussion for us as to why we are doing this, right? Because alumni networks are weak today, and we have seen the importance of that in corporate. You really need alumni networks, because you can build a community on anything. It could be, you know, college is a primary source of building a community.
Did you guys get help from any Manipal alumni in like your journey?
Yeah, definitely. Like, so I was not placed at a very good company.
Yeah.
Not a dream company, you can say, like, out of college.
Initially,
So I did off campus. Did an internship at CureFit. So Razorpay was a referral job for me.
Got it.
So someone referred me at Razorpay, and they called me after 2 months, and that's how I got into it. And it was a dream company. When I went to Bangalore, the first
Razorpay is like crazy.
that is what I saw.
Yeah.
And I like, this is the dream company I want to work with. They have a very fancy office, and right onto the road when you pass by it, like, it's so fancy, so many colors. So I was like, ispe kaam karna hai ek din. This is where I want to work, and that naturally happened. So again, I had to do a lot of cold outreach, and not all of them replied. So again, it helps, but not always.
Yeah.
But I have seen that the other colleges, they have a very strong alumni network, and what I feel is that connect doesn't happen after college. It has to happen within college, that you form that bond with your seniors, that it lasts longer. I don't think so that apart from the club relationships which I built with my alumni or seniors, there was no other opportunity for me at college to interact with seniors. And
I think tier 1 colleges are so good at the community piece. I mean, you look at IIT, I am Shadi. Right? जब वो बन सकता है, तो why not a simple community for non-IIT, non-IIM people?
I know so many folks from BITS Pilani. They have like you know, WhatsApp groups for everything. घर के लिए सामान बेच रहा है कोई, कुछ भी हो रहा है, रेफरल्स आ रहे हैं, So
I mean, I think I can understand why it's there because they love that it's part of their identity, like being in from IIT, being from which. But somehow, like Manipals, they feel kinda lesser citizen because they're from Manipal.
No, it's a sense of achievement that
It's a
gives,
sense-
no?
Maybe
Because if you tell that you're from IIT or IIM, that means that you have scored and you have like made so many people to reach that cream layer. Manipal is not the first choice for everyone, but it is not like the people who are getting out of Manipal are not good, because I have
Yeah.
known so many brilliant people at so many
Yes.
leadership positions, right?
Yeah.
Like the way Harsh told. I got to know about them when I researched about the people who are sitting at those positions. But and there are a lot of people out there. I'm not just saying that like there are a couple of. I'm pretty sure sab log jante hain Adela ko.
right.
But
Yeah, he's
that's
one of
not
the few.
who I am
He's not
talking
the only
about.
one.
Even
Yeah.
one
He's-
of the
he- like we have like amazing, like even from Jaipur, like we have great fucking people.
yeah,
like,
one of the Raise Up a founding team member is from Manipal. Although all of them are from IIT Roorkee, but one single guy is from Manipal. So yeah,
yeah. I think the whole thing is to be about like just be more social and just like reach out to more people. I mean, alumni should also do a good job to giving back to the schools. But also you should make it so much easy that they don't have to think twice before reaching out to us.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, like it should not be like a it should just be easy. It should not be that they have to think like, oh, I'm not sure what will he think. We should be really approachable.
Right.
At least because I remember, right? Like yesterday we were at Manipal Jaipur.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I went back, like I visited all the dorms, the hostel rooms, and the academic block and everything. And I was just talking to some people, and first of all, this generation is crazy. Like first, they're really smart. They have more access to knowledge. They learn faster. They like everything is like it's like everything has gone through like a time warp, and like everyone's smarter now, except some, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to them, and I asked him like, hey, like I'm working on like this is my company, and these are some of the problems we have. Like I'm looking to hire someone from college, like who is someone you know, like he's a good engineer. And I got like so many names, and I might hire one of these guys. Like this, like we're talking to each other now, like, and he's helping me build this solution for like one of the problems we have. And it was just from like a random badminton court game that I met this guy.
That we sneaked into Manipal.
We sneaked into Manipal, we sneaked back. And that's just the beauty of just the network that you can create in your college. And like I couldn't do this anywhere else. But because I was from that university, I have like a sense of belonging there. And they also have like a sense of relationship with me, so it makes them easy. It makes easy for both of us. And the same thing happened when I was like at like there were like these a bunch of kiosks and stalls, and these guys they were talking about MUJ thrifts. Shout out MUJ thrift store. And they're doing really good. Like they actually have paying customers. It's like a thrift store, like an e-commerce play on thrift stores with like for college communities. And now I'm helping them with design with like some regulation stuff and some startup India DPIIT registration, all of that stuff. And it just, first of all, it fills me with gratitude. Like it's nice, people are doing so well. Like it's my college, you know, they're doing fucking well, fucking amazing. And they also get to see that, oh, like there's like people out there looking for me.
Yeah.
And there's like no transaction, it's just a sense of belongingness.
Yeah.
But
And the
would you
last-
say that because we are from a certain college, there could be bias that we could potentially push? Because, of course, if someone is from Manipal, would you give them preference over someone from non-Manipal or someone who
People
goes from
do that.
It is there. It
Nepotism
exists in the
is
market.
comes
real,
naturally.
guys.
Yeah, it comes
Yeah.
naturally. Like as soon as someone tells me they're from Manipal, I already have a level of comfort with them.
Yeah. Like
So
he knows, the
he
guy knows
knows.
the culture.
Yeah. The most easiest to become friends with them.
Yeah.
That's true. You have so many commonalities that you can talk about.
Yeah.
And I think that the problem is on both. It's not a problem, but if we have to put in effort, we have to put in effort on both sides. Like the alumni who pass out of college have to should be very proud and strongly identify with the college, and they should, I know that it will not always happen कि बच्चे आपको reach out कर रहे हैं. You can also, start putting in efforts to
And they
reach
should
out to them.
update their LinkedIns.
Yeah.
Right? They should probably update their LinkedIns to talk more about
Yeah.
Manipal
Yeah.
because I went through a lot of these profiles and they don't really call out Manipal as such.
Yeah.
It's like Mangalore University or probably some,
Yeah,
probably
I
some
know.
variation of that.
Yeah.
People do this really, like, it's...
And sometimes they hide it as well.
people do this really shitty
Yeah,
thing. Like,
yeah.
let's say they went to Manipal, right? And then they went to Berkeley or Columbia, they'll remove Manipal.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I've
that
seen
is
that
the
happen
reason
a
they
lot.
go to these colleges, right?
Yeah,
Because-
I know.
That insecurity is probably what
It's
takes
still
them to
there. I mean, come on, like, you're from like one of the best Ivy League colleges, you're still insecure. Like, you should be proud of the fact that you went there and now you're here because of that place, you know?
Funnily enough, I was giving a presentation to one of our prospects probably a couple of years ago. So, good presentation. We got done with it. The first question that they asked me is कि IIT से हो आप? मैंने कहा नहीं. IIM से हो आप? मैंने कहा नहीं. कहते कहाँ से हो? मैंने कहा मणिपाल से. कहते oh, that was such a surprising thing for them कि a Manipal guy can come and probably present to a board or an executive set of board members and probably be confident कि हाँ इसको अपना काम आता है. It was such a surprising thing to them.
Yeah.
And I went back and I was like, this is not what I wanted from life, but I
Yeah.
sort of got happy. Ki chalo,
And
at least
I
we
think
got to
all
that
of
level.
us at some point of time, we also might have thought about it,
500%.
right? Going to a different college, getting that college name and advancing in the
Yeah,
career.
I joined Misho and my entire team. I was in the retention charter. Everyone was either from like IIT or BITS. I was the only guy from Manipal. And then everyone's talking about it. I'm also talking about it. Yeah, there was only one guy from Manipal who was like a senior product manager or something. I used to go talk to him. मैं ही establish करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. But the same thing is not coming from the other side. So
Yeah.
the alumni need to be like more out there, be more proud about the entire thing. And what do you think? Okay, so what do you think about what is that one thing that the college should also change to make this entire community feeling better? What can they do?
I think the college has a platform, the alumni platform, but I don't think
Yeah.
anyone uses it. I mean, I get those emails, but then
Yeah.
I'm not incentivized enough to use it.
See,
Yeah.
it's execution is not there, right? They
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
technology,
the
they
thought
have the
is there.
platform.
Yeah, the thought is there because I see these LinkedIn posts from professors who keep trying, who promote a lot of Manipal people. Allapati sir is one of them. He does
Yeah.
that a lot, and I'm
Yeah.
very, very fond of that because
Yeah.
he's been pushing that single-handedly a lot. But the
Yeah.
college doesn't offer as much support.
No, it's only the individuals. who
Yeah,
do
it's the
it.
individual professor who really, has that sense of identity, sense of belongingness, who pushes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the college is not gung-ho about it. They don't market it well enough. I mean, we're all marketing folks. We could do it for them. But the whole point
True.
is that they don't push it enough.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, just have, like, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Just like having someone from like the college student network or like a even placement coordinator or something like that. Just like reaching out to what's going on, where are you guys? Like, would you like to come and talk to us, to these kids, on how things are during placements and stuff like that?
True.
Okay, so I think I'll move on to the next question. So let's talk about a bit about a founder journey and the struggles, right? What is that?
How much time do you have?
No. I'll start with this one question. Okay, share one moment in your, I think, from college to where we are today. You thought that okay, bye, it is all over. अभी इसके बाद तो अभी कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है. Anyone wants to
Rohit,
take
you
a
wanna
drag
go
at
first?
that?
There have been so many of them.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
I'm
was
just
thinking
thinking
which
is
one
the
to
right
put it
one.
down.
कि कौन सा वाला बोलूं मैं? But yeah, no, there's been a lot of those moments. I think. So I was headed for my masters when COVID struck. I was in KPMG, and naturally, what KPMG believes, I was just about to prove that to them that Manipal folks typically stay for 2 years and then go for their masters abroad. So I was headed for my masters in cybersecurity, but then COVID struck, and I was landed with an opportunity. But when COVID struck and my masters was something that I was deferring because naturally I couldn't go anywhere. I think at that point, for about a couple of months, I just felt that life is not going to move forward the way I wanted to. I'm probably going to be left behind, and I mean, the actions that you take today benefit you 3 years from now. They don't happen immediately. I mean, it's not something that will happen tomorrow. So I was just thinking that while I was in my 12th grade or my 11th grade, I didn't study enough. That is potentially why where I am today is because of this, absence of that discipline and that persistence that I had when I was 17 or 18. So I was blaming a lot. I was blaming myself a lot. But then again, an opportunity came in. Someone asked me to be a founder in another organization, and I just said yes. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know what kind of money we're going to make. I didn't know if that's a secure future, but I knew that at home I could take that risk. So I just took that risk. You just have to take that leap of faith is what I feel is important.
If you have to share one such story, if you ever felt that.
Wait, what was the question?
Because the question was, okay, so what's that one bad, like really bad moment that you had since college, that okay, abhi iske baad to I don't know.
Since college, not just my founder life now.
And the founder life, like from
I mean,
past
since
10 years.
college, like it's the usual shit, right? Like, fuck, I didn't give this exam, पढ़ाई नहीं करी है, पता नहीं क्या होगा, क्या नहीं होगा, समझ नहीं आ रहा है. अगले दिन 4 paper है, I'm sleepless, I'm not thinking straight. Fuck, I have to give it, I'll fail.
But you guys had an open book examination, if I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Some of the subjects used to be open book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think हमारा होता है तो उससे फर्क भी नहीं
Open book used to be more difficult, man.
Yeah, it's like
more difficult I wouldn't say, but I don't know.
I think he'll answer it better.
I
The
mean,
scope is infinite then.
I don't know. I still was struggling with open book. I don't know. You still struggle the same. Yeah. Sure.
No, I think in Triple E there was this infamous semester which we were just talking about. The 5th semester is where a lot of people in the batch
crazy,
fail.
bhai.
Right? Harsh passed it. Harsh didn't fail a single
Yeah, I had a
exam.
6.2 CGPA, yes.
Yeah.
But I passed it.
But I failed 3 exams and I had makeups for 3 of them. But I came back and obviously I passed all of them. But that is also a moment in my life where I felt कि अब तो बस गया.
Wait, what is your CGPA?
6.9.
You?
मैं नहीं बता.
बता ना.
7.1. Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember my exact CGPA. It was like sometimes 7.1-ish, 2-ish.
Yeah, I got 7.1 because I took that digital marketing वाला course यार.
बड़ा इसलिए.
I knew कि भाई अब तो गया है यहाँ से कहीं तो A+ लेके आऊँ मैं. Same paper पे same चीज लिखी थी आगे भी पीछे भी. But yeah,
And are you happy with where you are right now?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice. So it's good. You? I guess so.
Yeah.
You?
Very much.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So nice. So CGPA has no bearing.
Yeah.
That's good.
It feels for a while that it matters a lot, and it might if you want to go for your masters and your PhD. You may not get the college of your
It
preference.
just feels good when you talk about it, right? I remember
just like your rank in
Yeah,
IIT.
I remember so many kids in 9.1, 9.2. ठीक है यार, सब same ही है, and it's not different for anyone.
Life is the great equalizer, no?
Yeah.
One of the, like, so coming back to the conversation, the darkness piece.
Yeah.
So for me, it was right after when me and Krishna, we shut down our first startup.
Yeah.
We took, like, to be honest, we took that call in 2 days. This is not something that we want to do. And we shut down the entire operation in 2 days. And I wanted to do business like anything. धंधा ही करना है
नहीं
मेरे
कर
को.
रहे हैं.
So that is something which I wanted to do. And obviously that was one big setback for us because
Yeah.
we did put a lot of effort into it. We used to go to office at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And during the day we used to work on our corporate jobs, and in the evening and the later night we again used to work on our startup.
Yeah.
And that was a time when I didn't know because I was also doing data science side by side, and that was something which I didn't like. It was the kind of job where I had to sit and build models for months without interacting with much people. And to be honest, I felt that I was not meant for that. So job wise and the startup wise, both of the things weren't going good. And then I took a leap. I quit data science and I moved to business finance. Entirely new thing. Business finance, I had no background in finance, but I was good at numbers. And that's what they wanted at that point of time. So I worked in finance for 10 months. Looking back now, we are still, Duty is the same entity that we opened in 2021.
Yeah, we
nice.
kept that entity alive for 4 years.
Saves a lot of time.
It does.
Saves a lot of
Rohit asked me about a year ago कि इसको बंद कर दें क्या मैंने कहा नहीं.
Saro? No. What was the name?
Duty
MD Edutech is the
Hashigo.
Yeah,
Yes,
Hashigo was the Purana brand name,
Yeah.
but the legal
Why
entity
Hashigo?
remains the same. Hashigo in Japanese means ladder, and it was meant as a mentorship platform. So basically, a ladder for people to achieve their
And
successes.
we identified the same problem back then that we
it's
don't
so-
have an alumni base. And
Yeah.
It's so funny you chose Japanese in because our parent company is called Koans, which is like a Zen, chilled out person, but in Japanese.
Crazy. I think so. My experience is like it's a very weird thing. It still happens that like I sometimes have dreams. I was talking to Shubham one day. I was telling him like, हर दूसरे तीसरे महीने पे sometime I get a dream where I have a I have a practical exam tomorrow, This is 6 years out of Manipal. I have a practical exam tomorrow and I have not studied anything. And then when I wake up, I'm like so happy, guys. Oh, fuck, it's done.
I swear, that has been happening.
Fuck, it's
to me
done.
too.
I remember. I think I was at Kandani's place here in Emerald.
हाँ.
We went to exam हुआ, and every exam अगले दिन exam है, फिर भी उस दिन exam हुआ है, तो obviously everyone is like chilled out.
मुझे वो EM का workshop याद आता है, that motor.
Emerald में मिलते रात को, we went to a party. We came back at 2, and then we are at Kandani's place reading some lab manual. I don't know what practical was that, dude. Some computer वाला practical था वो.
Yeah,
so कुछ तो
जो
करना था.
USB लगा के पास होते थे ना.
चंद्रिका मैम
शायद.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm like, fuck, but somehow we passed that. But I still get dreams of that. So imagine the
MATLAB
kind
wala.
of
Yeah.
trauma that kids might still hold. So
do you remember any of the labs?
MATLAB. MATLAB 3 साल
I
के हैं यार.
remember
Do you remember it now?
ना.
machines lab. I remember.
उसमें तो अच्छा था ना.
अच्छा क्या था भाई?
Is anyone building like an AI layer on top of MATLAB?
Not us, no.
I think
No, do you know?
I'm sure अब तो
I mean,
कोई
that's
कर
like
रहा
a
होगा.
huge market.
Interesting.
I'm sure अब तो कोई कर ही रहा होगा. Right. What kind of labs? Same ही रहते होंगे. I think first year तो I think
BWB was my favorite one.
PW.
BWB, basic workshop, something like where you had
Mechanical वाला कुछ?
like mechanical wala, like
Yeah.
CNC होता था.
हमारे पे क्या
उसमें.
होता था?
We made ashtrays there, no bro.
Ashtrays as well. You could make ashtrays, CNC. You have
First year में जो होता
What
था,
was the
वो
name of
नीचे
the
जाके
Mechanical lab.
What was the name of the computer subject in first year? PUCC? नहीं.
मेरे को बस MCBSD याद है because I love saying that.
What's the full form of that?
Microcontroller based system design bro. मेरा E आया था ना तो मैं भूलूंगा नहीं.
But all of these things, the traumas, when we look back at it now, what do you feel? For me, it has turned out beautifully.
It shapes you as a person, which I feel is very important. I think what colleges should potentially have is maybe a session on how to be confident. Because a lot of students don't have it in college. How to, public speaking, just social interactions, all those pieces, that's missing.
Dude, like you like absolutely hit the nail. Like when we were walking, like along the streets of the college, the lanes of the college, you could just see the anxiety on these faces, on these kids' faces.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
19, 20. And I was really, like, we were really relaxed and chilled out and all that. And I thought, like, if I had like a magic pill which I could swallow and have the kind of calmness and the confidence that I have right now, but in the college version of Shubham, life would be so different, so relaxed.
But
so
do you think?
fun.
But do you think the life would have been the same fun that you had in college? It would be the same.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think there will be less anxiety for sure.
Yeah, I know some people who had that, calmness back in college as well. I know them and they've been doing really well. I think better than some of us and most of us probably. But at the same time, that calmness really helps because, you take a lot of decisions when you are anxious and those decisions may not be in your best interests.
Okay.
Right? So that definitely, colleges should have a course on public speaking, that social interaction, all of those pieces.
Do you think that if you were to go back to Manipal, would you do something differently? If just there's one thing, what would you change?
Party more.
Party less.
I will not change anything.
You'll not change
I had the best life there.
That's true.
Yeah, me too. Like, I would not change it for anything in this world. Like we had everything. Right? We had like a great group of friends. We had just enough education, just enough pressure from the exams and education that you have to perform, but not so much that it breaks you. Sex ratio was amazing. Fuck IITs.
Yeah.
That's true. Except maybe for mechanical. but-
And then people are also like, okay, there's one really good thing I like about the kind of people Manipal attracts, the kind of students Manipal attracts. They're like somehow more well-rounded than
I think that's what Manipal sells as well, that we develop, a holistic personality is what you typically get out of Manipal, because you meet so many people from different states. Now I can confidently say that I have a friend in Assam, I have a friend in Tripura, I have a friend in, Arunachal Pradesh, just because I was in Manipal.
Yeah.
Any other college would be very, very difficult.
Even outside
US,
India,
Australia,
everywhere.
Europe,
I mean, of course,
yeah.
outside India as well, but also these states where I might not probably go and make a friend because I may not have any connection with those states, right? So I think that really opens up. Manipal really opened up a lot from a perspective that there are different kinds of people, different perspectives, different cultural things that they brought onto the table. So that was really amazing.
And same goes to the kind of the variety in jobs as well. Like I have friends who's like a contractor, builds roads, like does the typical ठेकेदारी वाला काम. And then I have friends who are like researchers at NUS and like at MIT and stuff like that. So just the range from like the geography as well the kind of work you're doing. Like it's insane the amount.
Yeah, but I really do miss the beaches at Manipal, which is something you won't miss. So Jaipur wala.
But we had push.
So 10 kilometers away you had the beach, 40 kilometers away you had the mountains, and you were right in the middle of it. So I think that kind of beautiful setup,
And I think the whole university town had a thing. Like when people say, where is Manipal? I say, you've heard of Udupi? देखा ही होगा कहीं तो खाया होगा कभी. And then
Sikkim Manipal से ज़्यादा थोड़ा marketing हम लोगों को करना चाहिए is what I feel.
Yeah, Manipal means Sikkim for some reason.
Yeah, especially in the north. North में जब Manipal you discuss with anyone, Sikkim Manipal ठीक है, Sikkim Manipal भी है, but Manipal is Manipal, bro.
Yeah.
You have to tell them कि it's older than IIT Bombay, I believe.
Yeah, Manipal is what, 1950?
57 is what I remember.
57, yeah. And then there's this. It's so beautiful. I remember there's a small plateau. There's a
Tap me का photo क्या?
Yeah, and मेरे को याद वही है. There are what 22 colleges in the university town.
Not sure. I don't know.
Crazy gyms, crazy
Marina.
crazy pubs, crazy places that you can go to. So yeah, the whole identity is like crazy. So yeah, I think that's why we are here. We are here to send a message to sort of everyone out there. Be proud of where you're from, right? And to all the kids. To all the kids as well, like reach out, talk about it, and it's completely fine. I remember a recent example. There's this girl, I think, who just I think she passed out of college like last year, or she is still not passed out. She just cracked YC.
Oh yeah, I saw it on LinkedIn.
Yeah. So people are doing great. We just need to embrace it better. What is that one thing, like if you're trying to wrap it up, what is that one thing that you would like to?
If someone from Manipal sends me any text on LinkedIn, Instagram, WhatsApp, I replied like instantly. If I see it, I replied instantly. So reach out more, I would say.
Yeah, reach out.
I respond to everyone on LinkedIn. I do take my own sweet time because sometimes there are a few requests, but I don't see a lot of them coming from Manipal. Right? They are just people in my industry, but Manipal folks should reach out more often. I think they should celebrate the fact that they're from a sort of a different college which embraces everything, not just studying. Obviously, it's important, but we don't really grow as a person if you don't embrace the other side of things. The clubs and all these pieces, they really, really help you be what you are today.
It makes you multifaceted.
Right, and life gets boring if you keep doing one thing. You don't be an SOP follower is what I say. Right, be an SOP creator. I mean, that
especially in this day and age, right, where like your how would I say, like your specialty does not really mean much because a robot can be as special as your expertise in any particular field.
That's true.
So you have to have like a wider breadth of your abilities of the things that we've learned.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think summarizing both their points, people will try to restrict you. In college, you will be restricted to your curriculums and in terms of your GPA. Whatever you might do to the clubs or outside your curriculum will not add up to your GPA. So a lot of people don't even focus on that because job to GPA se milega na. So you are restricted to what you're being taught. In corporate, when you go, then there you are restricted to a particular domain. So if you're working on Salesforce, then you will gradually become a Salesforce developer in 3 years. But then you'll only be working on Salesforce.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't let people restrict you just because you're working in. I was working in analytics, then moved to data science, then business finance, then product, and that was a personal choice.
Yeah.
Obviously, not everyone might get that opportunity, but I feel that everyone can create that opportunity once they get into a system. So don't restrict yourself. Do what you want to do, and I think you'll be able to figure out.
And my advice to college students today would be that if you don't know what your aspirations are, join a consulting firm.
No.
It will at least help you understand the possibilities कि क्या क्या होती है दुनिया में, right? It's not just about data science, cyber security, software
कभी समझ
development.
नहीं आ रहा है ये करो फिर समझ आ जाएगा
कुछ नहीं पता ना तो एक बार जाके देखो.
I would say exactly like if you don't know what your passions are, find out
yeah.
what your passions are not. You know, like just fail
Start
as
eliminating.
much as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's the cost of failure in colleges is so low. You can fail 1,000 times in a year and nothing will
Even
change.
after college, like 3-4 years, you're free to play in the market.
For sure.
Whatever
yeah.
you want to do, because that is the time when you'll have the least responsibility and the most freedom. Because as you grow in the career ladder, it'll get difficult for you to switch domains.
Yeah.
With great salaries come great accountability. So
But also like being a student, like you know, like your monthly burn, is cheap. It's like 5,000 rupees or whatever.
chatta short.
Exactly. And you can survive in so less, so it's just easy for you to experiment more. And even if you fail, you have like a safety net of hopefully the university and the parents and the friend group, right? So I would say
And
like,
maybe alumni going forward.
hopefully, yeah. I mean, actually, it's so funny. Like yesterday, Harsh and I were discussing, like we have such talented pool of just individuals, like really curious. And we're thinking of like starting like a little fund where we can not just give them money, but also help them in terms of product development, engineering, design, regulations.
You should have a Manipal cafe in Delhi is what I think.
Something like that. Because
Yeah.
it will speed run their journey so fast, and it will make the alumni network richer.
Yeah.
And then person who is helping also gets to learn so much. Right?
That's true.
It's always a two-way street.
Exactly.
Guys, it's fine. Like I remember in the 7th semester I was not placed and one of the professors came and told me that तुम्हारा थोड़ी
तुमसे
होने
नहीं
वाला है
हो
तो तुमसे नहीं होगा.
Did he say that really?
Yeah,
I
अरे
remember.
तुम लोग तो because we were again late, manual नहीं लिखी है.
Laid back है थोड़े
You know, हाँ,
We
manual
used to sit on the last bench.
मैनुअल तो वहाँ जाके लैब में लिखते थे.
manual complete नहीं है, बाहर नीचे बैठाए गए हैं तो manual complete कर
Oh
रहे
yeah,
हैं.
oh my god.
Manual complete कर रहे हैं and then he's like
Funny thing is कि हम तीनों ही होते थे वहाँ पे amongst other
like,
people.
chick हो रही है and then okay, and 6 months back or 7 months back I get a call from the same guy. Oh, can you?
No, I think
You
but the
wanna talk?
important part there is कि what they taught us was discipline, which is very important today if you want to run and build a company.
Agreed.
You need to be persistent and you need to be disciplined. Yeah. You can't wake up at 11 a.m. and probably just try and achieve and run against the world. It doesn't work like that because बाकी लोग 6 बजे उठ चुके हैं. So I think that discipline is potentially what they wanted to push. Maybe not the right way, but I understand the thought.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's fairly
I think-
important.
Like we would love to sort of going ahead how this pans out, right, how people respond to it. We would love to invite people who from doing great, right? Matlab, maybe I know that leadership from Swiggy is from Manipal apparently, right? And there are so many people doing so good. I think even if they come and talk like once, it'll benefit so many people. So,
That's true.
yeah, so it's a try at that. Let's see where it goes. Any concluding remarks that you guys have?
I would just probably say as an advice to the younger generation out there, patience and persistence, right? Those are the two things that will determine the course of your life. So be patient, be persistent, and if you just put in that effort now, forget कि 10th के बाद पढ़ाई नहीं है, 12th के बाद पढ़ाई नहीं है, जीवन भर मेहनत करनी है. There is no option, है ना? वो बोला इसलिए गया था ताकि 10th 12th तक पढ़ाई कर लो. But the hustle never stops. So you have to be persistent, you have to be patient because wait for the compounding effect to happen. That's just probably my advice to everyone out there.
And I'll just add ambition to it.
Oh, yeah.
Always be ambitious.
Yeah. No, grit is something that या तो आपको मार्केट सिखा देती है थोड़ी आप लेके आते
Market humbles you really fast.
Yeah.
लगे रहो
Yeah,
right. You chase that one client for 2 months and then they'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah. No, sales is also a very rewarding journey.
And not just that, like patience and persistence, you also have to learn how to take rejections and get rejected as much as possible. Because after that 1,000 rejection, you will get that sweet taste of success. And that's what will make it for everyone. Like we just closed a contract with one of the unicorns of India, like in terms of like mental wellness and stuff like that. And we we were at them for like 3 months or something, 4 months, something like that.
3.5 months.
It was a
Yeah.
long journey.
Yeah, no, I can
Long
draw a
fight.
parallel to that. I was chasing this customer for 4 years. So imagine my sales cycle. I've been
Yes.
chasing them for 4 years and I've received all kind of sales objections that you can potentially get. But 5 months in duty and we are potentially onboarding them.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
you have to be patient. 4
Yeah,
years
right.
is a long time. I mean,
And don't take rejections personally.
yeah.
It's more of a
important.
feedback. Like you need to change your
Absolutely.
offer.
Make sure that the feedback loop is always set to on for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I think we've just scratched the surface. If you're from Manipal, this is your home base. Subscribe. Let's take this ahead together, and I think just keep building. Stay
And we'll
wealthy.
probably have a lot of super seniors join us soon.
Yes, bilkul. And we would
think
love to get
we
some.
all know who we want.
I'd love to get some ideas around this as well. Like, what should we talk about? What would you like to listen? And yeah, just anything around that. So yeah, signing out. This is Money Paths.